Hello everybody, this is Robert from aquietmind.com, the podcast A Quiet Mind. And I was just doing this chore, watering these beautiful plants, the flowers and plants here. And I wanted to share with you something that I think is interesting. Have you ever noticed while you're doing a task like this, something you might call mundane, but what can actually be a quite eye-opening and enlightening experience if we decide to become aware of the voices inside of our head? And some of you, I'm sure, are aware that there are voices that come up in our head, especially while we're doing a task like this, where we're washing dishes, taking a shower, doing some gardening. We might notice that a voice comes up inside of our head, and maybe it starts making lists of things to do, or maybe it's critical of us or critical of others. Another thing the voice might do that's really interesting is it practices dramatic scenarios that are like dress rehearsals for life. Like you might notice yourself in an imaginary dramatic conflict with a perfect stranger, where you are saying all the right things to defend yourself. You're letting it, all come up inside of your mind, and it's all imaginary. It's like a play inside of your head that hasn't happened yet. You might notice that. The point is that as soon as we do something like this kind of a task, like watering, or like I said before, dishes, or even going for a walk, sometimes we think that's a good time to figure our life out, to listen to the voice in our head. But what I want to remind you is there's this opportunity to just let those thoughts pass by. First of all, become aware that you have them. Most of us are pretty aware that we have a voice inside of our head. But become aware that you have this critical and or judgmental, condemning mind that just chatters. Just become aware of that. See it, notice it, and know that you have the option, instead of engaging with the arising thoughts or the dramas that come up in your mind, you have the opportunity to be able to just let these thoughts pass. They are not really your thoughts. They may not even be local. It might be more like a radio, our mind. And I'm not saying that we don't use it to figure problems out or to do good things and get our work done throughout the day. That's not the problem. The problem is the mind that just has this incessant chattering going on that we seemingly have no control over. That I hear from a lot of you, I wish I could get a break from this mind. And this is how you do it. During tasks like this, you notice the thoughts as they arise, you notice the voices, and you just let the thoughts pass by, bringing your attention back to the task at hand, instead of letting your mind wander, wool gather, or do dress rehearsals for imaginary dramatic conflicts that may or may not occur in the future. So I hope that you find this little video useful for today. As always, you can visit the website, which is aquietmind.com. You can also write to me, Robert, at aquietmind.com.